I like how people bring notepads, whether or not it's small or big, and they're able to. I see that it's effective for them to be able to digest the information whenever they do note taking. And then what's more effective is that they do strategies such as posting on social media their main takeaways of what they have learned at the conference. So that's one of the things that you can do to be able to prioritize learning and absorb it at the same time. And at the not only that, you'd be able to share what you've learned at the conference as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ayan! Welcome to Kakang Computer. Hello Philippines, hello world. So let me introduce myself. My name is Danicka and I have here some guests with me. So guys,
I'm Atcha Abe.
I'm Nikz.
And I'm Leonard Ang.
so for today we're gonna talk about making the most of tech conferences, even as introverts. So I know most of you guys here agrees that tech conferences are excellent opportunities for learning, networking, and career development. Pero may but yan. For introverts, madaming ano yan eh. Parang cons for introverts kasi they feel overwhelmed. So, my first question for you guys. What are some effective strategies for introverts to prepare for and navigate the social aspect of the conferences? So, anyone?
Yeah, I think I'll begin. People might see me as someone who is extroverted. Danicka has witnessed the behind the scenes of, I would describe myself as someone who is an ambivert. There are times wherein I could be extroverted, but at the same time, my social battery gets really drained easily. So I would definitely say I have a space for being introverted. But to answer the question, one of the effective strategies that an introvert can prepare before they immerse themselves into tech conferences is to observe people, how they introduce themselves to other people. Kasi as someone who has witnessed on how people network, whether or not you are already well versed or it's your first time attending an event as an introvert, it's a challenge to put your best foot forward in a way how you're gonna it can come across as awkward in introducing yourself. So I think it's best before you attend an event to see how people naturally introduce themselves and not make it as awkward as you envision it to be.
Yes, thank you for that, Asha. No? So, for me naman is, how do you sell yourself sa mga people in the tech conferences? So, first for me, ano yung goals ko when I'm attending tech conferences? So, I should set clear goals. And of course, clarify, anong goal mo dun sa tech event? Do you want to learn more knowledge? Or do you want to connect with people? Or aside from that, discover more job opportunities that you can share with your peers. So, how about you guys? So, Leonard or Sir Nikz?
So, ako, yung experience ko with tech events, parang, before kasi sobrang introverted ko na tipong lagi ako nasa likod, even if may mga kasama ko. So, parang, if you are a beginner in tech events, gusto mong makipag-network sa ibang tech leaders, mag-start ka sa mga maliliit na conference muna. Kasi mag-start ka sa mga maliliit and with friends or ano. Kasi para may support ka, may mga buddies ka dun sa event na yun. So, from there, gaya nga ng sinabi ni Atcha, tignan mo kung paano nag-work yung how they introduce themselves sa tao. And yeah, kung tuloy-tuloy kang uma-attend sa mga ganong event, masasanay ka rin eventually. For me, kasi since ako nagturo din ako sa school na parang doon ko na-hone din yung pakikipag-usap sa tao by introducing myself. Parang magagamit mo rin siya kung ikaw naman ang nasa harap ng maraming tao sa event. Yun yung take ko doon.
Yeah, for me, I guess as a student, what really worked out for me was first to bring a friend.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's the perfect place to start if you're not only an introvert but also a beginner. So bringing a friend in small events or even in big events can, I guess, make the day not only memorable but also insightful for you and your friend.
Right.
I guess another trade secret that I have as an introvert myself is that I have go-to conversation starters with everyone that I meet. So regardless of who I meet, even though they're a student or a professional, I try to center my questions towards what they're interested in, what they're working on, and try to go with that template, because once you get to ask those questions and you get to know them, you kind of you have a good idea on where to start off in getting to know them. And I guess my last point is to do a little bit of research on what the tech event is all about. So if the tech event is about, for example, Gemini, or it's something about AI, do a bit of research about the topic just so that you can anticipate what you're going to be listening to. And maybe you have some baon after the conference to ask the speakers or your peers around you.
I just want to add, no, it's okay not to communicate with others pa kung nagsisimula ka pa lang. Gusto mo lang pumunta doon and makipag-network. But you do networking by just listening. It's okay. You listen to other people's stories and malalaman mo yung mga journey nila and also it's okay. It's totally fine. No? Wag kang ma-intimidate sa stories ng others na tipong yung iba kasi may mga ako personally kapag ka nakikipag-networking ako sa mga nasa tech events, parang nakikinig lang ako sa mga stories nila and hindi ko maiwasan din na ma-compare yung sarili ko that time na syempre beginner ako nun na bakit ako nandito ako, sila nandun na. So parang don't compare yourself to others pagdating sa you're just networking, you just want to know their stories, their journey, and that's the point of networking, knowing each other. So connections.
Yeah, that's actually a good flow to the second question. How can introverts focus on meaningful connections rather than feeling pressured to engage in a large group of networking? Which, to Sir Nick's point, it's okay that you don't have to really connect with people right away. And also connecting Danicka's point is to set clear goals. And you don't have to connect with everyone, learn about everything right away. That's why there's preparation for you guys, which is knowing about the event, like bringing a friend along, learning how the atmosphere goes. And with that being said, what do you guys think about the ways, since they're, let's imagine that they've already prepared in joining the event, what about the content or the value of attending a large conference? How would they be able to prioritize learning and information absorption? I think I'll kick it off as well. Is one thing that I've been observing as a participant and also a speaker at conferences is that I like how people bring notepads, whether or not it's small or big, and they're able to. I see that it's effective for them to be able to digest the information whenever they do note taking. And then what's more effective is that they do strategies such as posting on social media their main takeaways of what they have learned at the conference. So that's one of the things that you can do to be able to prioritize learning and absorb it at the same time. And not only that, you'd be able to share what you've learned at the conference as well.
Yeah.
Yes, please visit our website at tutorialstudio.com. We provide free courses for AWS and, of course, premium resources for certification exams for AWS, Azure, Kubernetes, and GCP.
Yeah, we all agree that conferences offer like a wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
And you choose the topic that you are really interested, and you can take note of every information that really values your interest and also additional knowledge for you. And also, we can leverage another tools aside from social media. There are a lot of tech conferences that has live streams. They can embrace like your play button that they miss the some lesson or seminars there. They can watch it again later and focus on the topics that really has impact to them.
Yeah. So, in tech events naman talaga is parang if you're an introvert, you can do whatever you want. Kumbaga, kung masaya ka or you're comfortable with writing to to pick up the knowledge and all, do it, no? Walang pumipigil sa iyo if yun yung magpapa sa iyo na tipong doon ka matututo lalo, gawin mo, no? So,
Yeah, I think one thing to add also is try to apply with what you've learned. I think one of the most memorable tech conferences that I've been to was from Google Developer Cloud Manila. I remember that one of the speakers who came from India created this like AR VR app, and he showed us like a full demo on how to do it on our own, and it had its own like recommendation system also. And I wanted to try it out on my at home as soon as I got home because he mentioned to us that it was a free tool, you can try it out. So I guess to people who were going to tech conferences, especially with hands-on ones, try to spend your free time learning the material, and hopefully you can also apply it to your own work or even in school to build something meaningful.
na-compare ko lang before nung uma-attend ako ng DevCon. Memorable naman. But this time nung uma-attend na ako ng WordCamp or other events, mas memorable siya because of one thing na binago ko sa sarili ko. And that is to take a picture with the speaker. Parang that way, mag-uusap kami. I had the chance to talk with her or him na tipong, I like your talk. And ito yung mga natutunan ko. And picture tayo. And then I post to social media and sinasabi ko din yung insight ko about ano yung natutunan ko sa talk niya, and this guy is very good, mga ganong so it makes my tech event na medyo memorable than the other tech events na ina-attendan ko before. Mas memorable siya.
Yes,
Just because that.
definitely. We have given a lot of tips and strategies in making the most of tech conferences for introverts. And considering for introverts, this is really a challenge because it's very nerve-wracking. It can make you anxious about the what ifs and buts of attending a tech conference. But when we talk about inclusive environments as our last point of our podcast episode, is that what are your thoughts that can help better accommodate the needs of the introverted attendees?
I think for me, as an event organizer myself, I think if you kind of get this vibe that your attendees are more on the introverted side, I think it calls for you to be a more proactive organizer yourself. So, for example, if your event is more of like a conference type, maybe you can insert some sort of icebreaker activity in the middle or curate the event a little bit more based on people's interests. So, in my case, what we like to do is we create very small scale events ourselves, maybe around 30 to 40 people, and create some sort of group activity for people to mingle around. Not just like a workshop conference thing where people would be sitting down listening to a talk, but rather an activity where people could work together, do something meaningful, and get to know each other.
Yeah. Sa recent na pinuntahan ko, they have their parang Easter egg hunt na parang everyone can join. Of course, the introverts may join pag nakita nila yung Easter egg, and then at the end of the event, they will show the Easter egg and may prizes sila. So that's a very good inclusion for them, sa mga introverts. No?
Yeah, and that's a
Good
really
idea.
good way to also wrap up the episode. When we're not only that we're helping the introverts themselves, but also event organizers that to think of creative ways or even strategies to make it more engaging and interactive with everyone, especially the introverts. And also, what I've been observing in tech conferences is the lack of beginner talks. because most of the time it's so centered and focused on the professional or expert level when it comes to these tech conferences. And I like how organizations are starting to also make a space but in for beginners, career shifters as well, starting in the tech space, which is really, really helpful for introverts, guys. So do you guys have any final advices or takeaways for our episode today about making the most of tech conferences?
Yeah, may question lang ako kayo mga nag-tech event kayo. Do you have a suggested tech event for our introvert viewers to join in the next few months, days?
Actually, there are a lot of tech conferences, so I would promote AWS user group. So, guys, we have like a monthly meetups there, so you can join there on site or virtual. You can find us in our social media pages, AWS user group. So, yeah, how about you guys?
Yeah, for me, I guess starting June, we'll be hosting the first event for Build Club Manila. So it will be a very unique event where you can come to our event and you'll be spending, I guess, 5 hours building an AI tool.
When
and
you say
then-
build, it's Google? Or
Uh,
it's a different?
No, it's like OpenAI,
Oh, okay.
Gemini. You can build an AI product. Then towards the end of the event, you can show and tell to us about what you built. Really casual. Yeah.
How about you, Sir Nikz?
I don't have any, but I may
Yeah.
consider attending one of your tech events
Yeah,
soon.
so guys, there's so many events available, and also communities are actively making like a calendar of events for different organizations. So make sure you're subscribed to their newsletter. I'm also giving a shout out to Kuya Dev. He has his own newsletter for the calendar of events. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for your time, and looking forward for the next one.
See you guys. Thank you so much.